Now, I want to hand it over to the man who built this car, my dear friend, who also doesn't wear a suit very often, Mr. Mike Gascoigne. Please give him, this really, we're taking all the credit. Him and his team and the 130 people here have done a fantastic job. Please give Mike a really round of applause. It's a fantastic achievement that he's done in the company.
Well, I think the first thing I should say is that I hope my car's quicker than your speed, boss. But
I'll add that 14,999 feet. They were all right.
Sorry, boss. I think the launching of a car is a very proud moment for the design team and the whole team. I think this one is very special for me personally for two reasons. Firstly, the Lotus name coming back into Formula One is something very special. I grew up in Norfolk, went to school 5 miles down the road from the original Lotus factory. So I grew up in an era when Lotus were winning races and championships. So the opportunity to be involved in this team coming back into Formula One is something personally that's very special. But also the challenge of bringing a new car and new team into Formula One in such a short space of time, as Tony's mentioned, just 5 months. And I remember when we got the entry, we drove up to the factory in Hingham, and there was a grand total of 4 of us. And Sylvie, my partner, who many of you will know, volunteered to go on to reception. So she became HR, PR and marketing. And the other 3 of us sat down in my office. And they were myself, Keith Storm, the Chief Operating Officer, and Paul Craig, the General Manager. And I remember looking at these 2 wide-eyed faces looking at me with this questioning look of, quite obviously, what the hell are we going to do now? So that first technical meeting didn't take very long. It was quite simple. I said to the guys, well, it's easy. I'll start designing it. Keith, you start making it. And Paul, you do the rest. So that was it, and we got on with it. And the fact that it's here today shows what a great job those guys did. But I also want to mention some other people specifically who are here today. Mark Tatham and Phil Hall, who led the design team in Cologne and produced a car that's gone together better than any car build I think any of us who've been involved have ever seen a car go together. And the time scales meant that everything had to fit. There was no time to do things again, and the car build has gone fantastically. And also Jean-Claude Migiot and his team from Fontec, who have supplied us with the wind tunnel support that we desperately need to give performance in the car, have also done a fantastic job and will continue to do so going forward. But lastly, I think what this is about for me, and it's the first launch I've ever been to where the whole team is here. There's been a fantastic buzz about the whole place. The whole team has given their whole heart and soul into this project. I'd like to thank Tony personally from me and on behalf of all the team for having the courage to back us and to trust us. I'd like to thank the drivers, the fantastic driving lineup, who've also put their faith in myself and the design team and the whole team. And I'm just very proud to be up here on stage as a representative of that team who have done a fantastic job and made me very proud. So that's enough on the technical side. I think it's time to hand over to the drivers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start with Jarno. So Jarno, you've joined one of Formula One's most iconic names. Do you want to just give us a couple of your thoughts about what this means to you to be racing for Lotus Racing from now on?
Well, I would say this is very different. It's a very emotional moment for me to drive for Lotus, back in Formula One after 16 years. I think it will be great to take Lotus back on track where Lotus belongs from. And I think we got a very hard task ahead of us, a big challenge, but this is what we are here for. So I'm really fired up for this.
Thank you very much. We're now going to move on to Faraz Fawzi. Faraz. Faraz, you're a Malaysian driver, driving for a Malaysian and British team. It's a little bit of pressure for you. How do you think you'll be coping with that pressure in the seasons ahead?
First of all, it's great to be part of the team. I'm so proud today to be part of Lotus Racing and also be part of history. And to me, I think pressure is a great challenge, and that is part of my job, and I'm prepared for it. Thank you.
And finally over to Heikki Kalvalainen. Heikki, we've seen your phone, and there's lots of pictures in there of the car, the factory, even Mike and Sylvie's dogs. You do seem to be very excited about the challenge ahead. Do you want to give us your thoughts about that?
Yes, absolutely. Like everyone's already been saying, it's been a fantastic effort from the whole team. And when I went to see Mike and Tony for the first time, or when there were these 4 people at reception, I did have to ask Mike a question and Tony that, are you sure it's going to happen before the Bahrain? And they said, yeah, it will be fine. And the effort has been fantastic, and I'm really enjoying it. And I just can't wait until next week when we start, driving it and get down to business.
Perfect, thank you. I'm going to leave you with Tony Fernandez, who's going to say a couple more closing words.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. The T127, as you see it, and we hope to see you in Bahrain very soon. We're very excited. We've got a wonderful group of people. We're going to keep our humility as we are. Please come and see us. Be our friends, be our supporters, and enjoy Lotus Racing. Thank you very much, Clive and Hazel, once again. And we in Malaysia are a very generous bunch, and we have a little wager going on. My cabin crew, because we don't provide stockings for our cabin crew, and my cabin crew have done a little whip around, and we've already selected 2 stockings for Richard Branson, which will be presenting him, and a razor, because we don't allow our cabin crew to have beards, when he's serving on AirAsia from London to Kuala Lumpur. Thank you very much, and good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please give a warm round of applause for your Lotus Racing team on stage now? Thank you very much. Thank you. We are going to give the media a chance to take some more formal photographs with the car, so if you'd like to bear with us for a couple of minutes, we'll be back on stage with a number of key individuals.